on this video. So.
Hello, everybody. How are you today? I'll put the first question, same as always, up there. What is your current word count and what do you need to reach your goal today? My word count right now is 6,095. I'd like to maybe write 1,000 words today. Well, let's see, actually. Let me look at Nano.
How many more do you need?
Well, I still know I'm like super behind, but it's Nano's not my main focus this month because I'm working on your book. So okay, according to the Nano site, I need to write 2612 to finish on time. That's definitely not going to happen, but I could probably try to write like maybe 1,500 rather than just 1,000. Oh shit, I didn't update my word count yesterday. Let me fix that because I did write words yesterday.
I like that you can go back because there are days I'll forget for like
a week. Last year,
crap.
Last year it was beyond frustrating because I forget to update my progress every day, like all the time. And so then like, oh, it's okay because before you could go back and like edit by day and fix it, but last year when they updated the website, you couldn't edit by day, and it was beyond frustrating because then I couldn't get the badge for updating every day. So it's fine. It's fine. But it's okay, I just fixed it. So I am good to go. So now it says I only need to write 2583 instead of 2612. Let's see. We have Lizzie in the comments. Hello, Lizzie. And we have Megan McCarthy. Hello, Megan. We have Stephanie. Hello. And we have Nicole Swanson. I actually got a notification a little bit ago that you subscribed to me, so thank you. I appreciate it. We have Teguadal in the comments. Hello.
Teguadal's been bouncing today.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
As usual.
I'm doing okay. I'm a little bit sleepy. I'm just like kind of drained because I've been dealing with a moody toddler most of the day. So that kind of drained me, but it's okay. She's being good now. She's sitting on the couch watching cartoons. So hopefully I can get some words in.
I've been busy as get out today, but yet I feel like I've done nothing.
I haven't really. Sorry. One of the streams I had open, I forgot to mute it, and he just started talking, and it scared the crap out of me.
I wondered what that was I was hearing.
Because they just ended a sprint, and he started talking. Okay. Oh, plus I have hot chocolate with marshmallows.
Twaddle, boing, boing, boing. I don't know why, but I do get that. I forget the commercial that has the kangaroo on it that's on this end of the coast. But yeah, you kind of remind me of Rue. Like you're just everywhere. You're like, you're always.
Yeah, last year you could go see a row of 0-word days and then 20K hit on one day because you couldn't go back and edit by day.
Yeah. Yeah, my phone's about to die.
HK Darkwood, I actually have your stream open right now. Hello. I didn't even know you knew about me. I appreciate you saying hi. And I have your live open too, so I'm not really participating in it, but I did like it and have it playing so you get watch hours. Okay, I'd rather keep my clothes on my body. Thank you.
She goes, whoa, Mom.
Nicole is at 27,161 and needs 1178 more words today. Awesome.
So I I decided, since Nano got ended for me,
Careful.
that I just want to beat last year's goal, because I told y'all last night that I had where I wanted to write more than I did the year before. And so editing took so much longer than I expected that when we started this month, I was 20,000 behind last year. And as of the 8th, I only have 12,330 words to write.
To beat last year.
To beat last year. So I'm going to try to write, if nothing but like a paragraph a day this month, and then just like during the holiday, like hit 5,000 word days.
You already took a bath today. She just made us hold hands and is singing about taking a bath.
Take a bath with the baby.
I would tell you to go bug your dad, but he's playing on VR right now and probably would step on you.
Probably. That's what scares me about those.
Thanks, Lizzie. I don't really have a choice to not have her on camera, because no matter what, she will somehow find her way here. You want to drink the water?
That's why I think it doesn't bother me, because I remember when I started my channel, Kira was 3, and the only way to make her be quiet and stay out of camera was to have her on camera doing the unboxings with me. And everybody loves seeing her face light up with all the stuff and everything, and it made it like a thing between the two of us.
Well, she gets really excited to see you and Cash and Jason, like the people that she knows really well. So like as soon as she saw you on screen from across the room, she ran over to say hi to you.
And then we played some peekaboo.
Yeah, that was cute. That was real cute. Are you making faces? All right, let go. Let go. I don't want you to spill it on the computer. No, let go. Okay. Say hi to Amber. She's mad.
Okay. We already played.
Go get your cup and I'll fill it up with some soda. Some orange soda. Go get your cup. Go get it and bring it here. Go get your unicorn cup and I'll fill up some soda in it. She keeps saying no, but she knows she's not going to get any without bringing her cup here. So, let's see. Ashley D, I think you're new to my channel, so hello, welcome. I'm glad you're here, and hopefully we can get some of those words for you. So real quick before we start, Noelle makes you want to have kids?
That 9-month stuff, all that. It's not the 18-year stuff, it's the forever stuff, because they don't ever stop. But if you're lucky enough, like me, you get a kid that's responsible and helpful and leaves you alone. She bought her own
Noelle's
damn board.
really.
What can I say?
Noelle's really sweet. Noelle really likes to share. She's really like affectionate most of the time, but she is going through her terrible twos right now. So like today, she's been really moody for most of the day, but right now she's in a decent mood. So.
I gotta say, from like birth to 5, every day was a challenge. After we hit 5, it was pretty freaking easy. Then she could tell me what she wanted in 2 languages, or fuss me out in 2 languages, and then run away.
Although my advice to people who aren't like totally sure that they want to have kids, if you have control over it and you're not 100% sure that you do want them, probably don't, because they're a handful, and if you really don't, like, you're not totally sure you want it, then you're probably not going to enjoy the experience.
This is very true.
If you can't control it, like accidental or, whatever, then, I'm not going to tell you not to have kids because it's already happening, but that's my advice. Oh, thank you. Okay, Amber, do you want to introduce yourself before we get started for this
You
sprint?
remembered this time.
I remembered this time.
Hi guys, I'm Amber Craft. If you're new to Meadow's channel, I write paranormal romance and I try to be on with her every day as possible this month. But I stream Sundays at noon, whatever time equals for you. And starting in January, I will have a couple extra days added to that. And my November episode of the Afterthought podcast came out today. So if you want to see the interview with Tamara, make sure you go and check out my channel. It's on there, and from there in the description, you can get all the audio links so that you cannot miss an episode, and subscribe there as well. Unknown Love is available on Amazon in paperback and ebook form. And Unknown Family will be out February 9th. And if you buy book 1 edition 1, you get either book 2 if you'd like for free, or edition 2, which this lovely lady over here is working on getting out for me. There you go. Just I know you have it more handy than I do. I would have to go behind the green screen. So.
It's always in my working area. And the dining room table is my desk. So grab what? This?
I cleaned today, so now I can't reach anything I need.
My child's being weird. Jordan is up there playing a Star Wars game on the VR headset thing. And he yelled, and Noelle pointed up the stairs and said, "Oh, there's a monster!" No, it's just your dad yelling about the video game that he's playing. It's fine.
Is this dinosaur?
A dinosaur.
Is this the dinosaur? The monster dinosaur?
There's no monsters.
Is your daddy the dinosaur?
This is a baking.
Yeah, he's playing a game.
Is that baking?
You're silly. Okay, hello, my name is Meadow. If you're new here, I'm streaming every day of November at the same time as today, so 10 p.m. Eastern, and whatever time that is for you. So yeah, definitely come back tomorrow if you need words. And
yeah,
this is Noelle. She's 2. She's a little bit of a crazy butt. Say hi.
Hi.
Mine will come and interrupt us later. She's on the way from home.
Oh, Devin put in a link for.
Oh, thank you, love.
Your book. I'm one of 5, and I'm not having kids. That's a valid life choice.
I'm one of 5 as well. So.
I am one of 4. I'm the second born. This is my only one so far, but I do want to have at least one more. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm the second of 5.
Oh, we also had Kat join in, and we had Amelie come in, which I already addressed that comment down there, so yeah. All right, well, let's jump into our first sprint. Oh, the middle of 5. Ouch. I was a middle child for a while, until my youngest brother was born when I was 16, so I was middle child for a while. It sucks. It's not fun. Oh, and Jennifer Brown jumped in.
Hi,
70's about 3,500 behind, but happy with would be happy with 2K tonight. All right, well, let's jump into this first sprint. We're doing 20 minutes today.
Turtle time.
All right, Noelle, are you ready?
1, 2,
3,
2, 1, 1, 2.
You gotta say go.
You gotta say the word.
Say 3, 2, 1. Say it.
She's like, I'm tempting you all.
3, 2,
Hey, Noelle.
1, go!
There we go.
2, 4.
right. How did everybody do for that one?
I was trying to unmute with the wrong mouse.
Oh, and perfect timing because Spence just jumped in and we literally just ended his sprint. So that was like the best timing. It was like, timer goes off. All right, how did everybody do? Spence is here.
Hi, everybody.
This is the lovely Haley for new people. She's awesome. So yeah, I wrote a little less than 200 words. I went from 095 to 282.
I'm trying to find a place to get videos for free. I don't care if they have the watermark on them. I need some free stock video.
Artlist is a good one, but I don't think it's all free. But you could check it out.
Like I
Some of
have
it might be free.
Pixabay and I have Deposit Photos. Yeah, I have those two, but I have to upgrade if I want video.
Yeah, I know a lot of places to get
photo.
free photos, but videos is a different story.
Yeah. Well, because like I'm on a couple sites because I sell my photos as well. But I only did the photo part because of that. So now it's telling me I have to upgrade to do videos. Otherwise, it's like $12.76.
Okay, Artlist is a music and video thing, or maybe it's just a music thing. I think it's just music, so never mind. I think it's just royalty for music, but it's a monthly subscription for $16. So yeah, I take it back.
I got Epidemic Sounds for music. Yeah, if anybody knows anything, I would appreciate it.
So we also had Turtle Rars come in. Hello. Megan and Tugwaddle are both the oldest of 2 siblings. Ashley's the youngest of 3 and has 4 nephews. We had Rosalind join us. Hello. Struggling with kids' schoolwork tonight. Kat says, when I'm back at my house tomorrow, I need to download and upload to YouTube the Sims stream from last week. Good news, I'm mostly caught up on school now. Yay! Which is why I forgot about that. Understandable. I tried to say hi to Rosalind in the YouTube chat too, but for some reason it didn't post my comment. So
that's weird.
Yeah. It's okay. Because I on YouTube I said hi to Turtle Rars and then I said hi to Rosalind right after, but it didn't post my comment. Strange. And about halfway through the sprint, Ashley said 135, and then later came back and said 297. So awesome. Lizzie got left but came back. Noelle, knock it off. And is the oldest of 2. Ooh, might be morph soon.
Ooh.
Please be after I move out. Oh. It's okay. My youngest sibling was born when I was 16, and when my older sister was like 20. So, no, she was 18.
Yeah, me and my sister are 9 years and 11 months apart.
My older sister is 6 years older than me, and then we have a half brother who is 6 years older than her. So there's a 12-year age difference between him and I.
Yeah, so it's my oldest sister is 27, 26. I think she turns 27 this December. I'm 24. Then my younger sister just turned 16, and my little brother is 8. So, yeah, large age gaps. 2.5 years, then 8 years, than 8 years.
That's what I was sitting here trying to think. It's like 46, 33, 28, 25, and 7.
Wow. Megan got 290 that time. Amelie got 424. And Lizzie switched to the laptop. And Turtle Rars got 740. Nice. Amelie says Pexels for free stock videos? Question mark.
Yeah, Pexels, as usual, isn't liking me right now.
Turtle Rar says I've only used Shutterstock, which is not free. And Stephanie says Pexels also.
Yeah, Pexels is really good for pictures, at least. There's also Dreams Time.
Dreams Time doesn't like my photos, so I don't usually use it.
They don't like mine either.
Because I tried to contribute to them, they didn't like it. But I usually use like deposit photos and ArtGrid, and that's where I upload my photos and Shutterstock. But I've never looked into video till now. So just like last night, I'm hitting brick walls all night. Thus the alcohol.
And then Amelie says for the question, they are at 28,699 words, hoping for another 1,500 words today, maybe. Well, good luck.
It shouldn't be. That's still doable.
That is doable. I hope you get 1,500 words. Lizzie says, my sister and I are 4 years, 11 months, and 8 days apart, 15 and 10. Nice. Devin says, my sibling is just 17 months younger. Rose says, my oldest is 26 and my youngest is 4. Jennifer says, my husband and my bro-in-law are 10 years apart in age, 43 and 33, respectively. My grandma and my grandpa were 20 years apart, and my grandma's oldest stepchild was born the same year as her.
Nice.
Yeah. But they didn't meet until like way later in life. They both had been married and divorced once and had kids of their own. They got married and they had my mom and were together until my grandpa died. So he would be old. He'd be 104, yeah, if he was still alive.
Hey, there are those still alive at that age.
It's funny because people will talk about like, oh yeah, my grandparents are this old, and even people whose like parents are not even as old as my grandpa would be. Like people that are like older than me, and they're like, yeah, my mom's like 70, and it's like, oh, my grandpa is he'd be 104. My grandparents are interesting.
It's funny, on my mom's side, there was an entire generation, like my great grandma on my mom's side was the same age as my grandma on my dad's side. Like there was a whole nother like generation of babies just smushed in there.
My grandpa grew up financially well off because of something unfortunate that happened to him as a child, but they had to move around often. Okay, so my grandpa had one leg. When he was 5, he rode on a train with his mom into the city because they were like farmers, and he was blocking the exit off the train, and so the conductor guy picked him up and moved him out of the way, and he hit his ankle on the corner of the iron steps, and he got a cut on there, got infected, had gangrene, and had to amputate like almost all of his leg off, like almost all the way up to his hip. They had to amputate. So he had one leg for like the majority of his life, but they got $15,000 from the train company. That was back in 1921. So $15,000 was a heck of a lot of money back then.
Yeah, that's a lot back then.
And then, but they did have to move around a lot because my grandpa's mother, I believe, had some sort of like viral infection of some sort that like they couldn't get rid of that was affected by the weather. So they had to move around based on the weather, seasonally, basically. And because my grandpa had only one leg, the only job he could really get was working in the fields, going like picking berries and fruit and whatever in the fields. And so my grandpa was incredibly racist because when he would be working, like back, I don't know how they do it now, but back then you would go down the row, leave all your baskets, and at the end of the day you would collect them and go turn them in and get paid. Well, because he only had one leg, everybody else would go steal his baskets. And because he only had one leg, he couldn't chase after them to get them back. And so he was racist against literally anybody that stole from him at some point. So that would include Black people, Mexican people, Italians, basically anybody that was an immigrant around that time. He hated them, all of them. So, like, it's like, Grandpa, I get it, but like, you can't be racist. Come on. Just hate that one person, not the entire group. He did come to like Black people at the end of his life, though, so I guess there's that. No explanation for it, though, aside from him being from the South. Refused to meet my cousin's mixed race baby. Oof. Oof is right. Yeah, it's like, I understand my grandpa's situation, but like, you can't be racist. Oh, Noelle went upstairs? Okay. Yeah, Jordan's up there, so. And he's done playing his game, so she's probably just sitting up there with him.
Or talking to people at the top of the stairs again, like yesterday.
Yeah, Noelle freaked me out yesterday because she started talking up the pitch black stairs to something, and there was nobody up there, so.
There's nothing wrong with talking to things you can't see, Mommy.
I mean, when they're that little, though, like,
hey, that was the first sign that my daughter was gifted.
I do believe, okay, so I don't believe in ghosts, but I do believe in demons, and I do think that young children can see them. I don't think that adults can. I think you lose that ability when you lose your innocence. So if she's talking to something,
you don't want to know.
No, thanks.
Yeah, like, it's little kids will mess with your stuff and get them to mess with your stuff way more because they don't know stranger danger well enough yet. Like, the worst haunting I've ever dealt with was because my niece, when she was 5, we were babysitting her. We were watching Spirited Away, and when No Face came on, if you've seen that movie, there's the character No Face, and the girl invites him inside. She sees this, goes, gets up, walks to my front door, opens it, and invites whoever's outside in.
I remember you telling that story.
No, child. No.
Yeah, like every adult, even the ones that are like on the surface, don't believe. We're like, no. Like,
why would you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, Jordan just said she knocked on the door a little bit ago because I texted him and said, "Is Noelle up there?" He said she knocked on the door a little bit ago, but she's not in here. So I'm gonna start a sprint so I can go see wherever she went.
Probably a good idea.
Okay.
Because I hear her, I think.
Yeah, she might have come back down the stairs. Who knows? She could have gone into her room. All right, go. Okay, there's our second sprint done. So, full disclosure, I got a headache and now I cannot focus on writing, so I busted out my paint by numbers. Yay.
I got 158 in the outline.
Woo!
I'm onto the fun and games beat, which is surprisingly fun.
This paint by numbers is very intimidating. Look at how small those are.
So small.
You can't even see them, they're too small. Ooh, PTSD is touchy. Let's see. Amelie got 528, sweet. Turtle got 495, sweet. Ashley got 257 and hit 10,000. Yay! Lizzie got around 600 maybe, didn't count. Megan got 305, awesome.
Can I say, y'all are banging out
cannot
all
focus
the
on writing.
course
So. Maybe even 700 or 800. Bruh. How? I can barely get like 300 in 20 minutes. I don't comprehend.
I'm pretty good at getting the counts, but not really keeping them. Like, I can do good for a while, but like right now I'm just focusing on getting everything I need done non-writing wise, because next weekend and holiday weekend I want to write like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah. Stephanie got another 300. And Dawdling Rider made and consumed pudding. That's worth around 200 words in there, right? Absolutely. So, if anybody was like needing to take a break from writing and needed permission to like do so, I am hosting and I took a break from writing to work on this. So, you can take a break too if you need it.
It is
Writing is amazing, but sometimes it's really tricky.
Well, and I feel like there's no set day to do self-care. If you need it, you need it.
I'm annoyed because I don't have any paintbrushes small enough for some of these little sections.
Cut one with an angled brush.
So this is going to be very useless.
Angled brushes are good for everything.
Some of these sections are just so small.
Night, Megan.
They're so small. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Well, Megan, good night. Have wonderful dreams and wonderful sleep. Amelie needs to stop and spend some time planning soon. Never finish the timeline before November. That is important to know your timeline and such.
Very.
Especially if you're a planner type of writer.
I'm starting to think I might be lucky if I get this novel outlined and ready to write by the end of the month.
Pause. Oh, computer is freezing. Stop it! I went to go put a picture in and it started, and then I went to go ahead and pause and it wasn't stopping. And then the screen went black, so I thought I was going to lose everything.
Darn.
I mean, it's saved to a point. I haven't seen it since I started putting pictures in.
Right.
Let's do that now. Okay, you're saying I'm gonna like not touch it now.
I think I have tonsil stones.
Ugh.
They usually go away on their own for those of you who don't really know anything about tonsil stones, but they are annoying when you do have them.
I wonder if I still have tonsils.
You don't remember if you got tonsillectomy or not?
Well, when my dad was a kid, he got tonsillitis every year from like kindergarten to 9th grade. And then he went to go get them taken out. They're like, they're not there anymore.
Oh.
Because tonsillitis is an infection that like literally eats away at your flesh.
Oh, I know that.
Yikes.
And I too had tonsillitis every year from kindergarten through 8th grade. And then never again.
Yikes.
I wouldn't think that an infection would actually eat it away. That just infection says like inflammation. It doesn't say what do you call that movie with the things that eat the day before? Oh my god, I had it in my head so I started trying to think about it.
I have no idea.
Not
dries really fast.
Oy.
Because the way like because the way a infected tonsil situation works is they get really puffy and really red with white spots everywhere.
That's how you can tell. Like you look inside the back, like you shine the light in there, and it's like all white, covered in white spots and red and flaming.
And that's how it, like when the infection goes away, that skin or whatever it's considered, if it's inside your mouth, dries off and falls off and dissolved back away, and it's gross. It's utterly disgusting, but
Langoliers.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded
I
me
just feel like I have like a lump stuck in the back of my throat, and it kind of hurts a little bit to swallow, which is why I think I might have some tonsil stones in there.
okay, I've never heard of those.
Let me look up tonsil stones.
I'm
Y'all
kind
just
of
sound like you have
ignorance, though.
Y'all just sound like you have Langoliers in your throats.
Okay, basically, tonsil stones are like calcified material that builds up in your tonsils. And that's it. And then they usually will come out on their own. So this is gonna sound gross, but every once in a while, if you like feel like you have a lump stuck in the back of your throat, and then you swallow and you actually feel like something went down your throat, it's probably a tonsil stone.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It's gross, but like
Are your tonsils like your appendix and like nobody knows what the hell it does? It's just there.
Tonsils actually help with your immune system. They keep certain germs from going into your body through your mouth or your nasal passage. And getting a tonsillectomy can actually potentially have negative long-term effects on your immune system in the future, but I don't think there's enough research on it to know for sure.
Well, let's be glad I have them because I already have immune problems. I don't need anything helping it. And yet I'm the one going to fucking work every day.
Yeah, so tonsils are just basically to help boost your immune system. It keeps germs from going into your body through your sinuses and such in your mouth. So, yeah, that's why they can build up with stones, because when you're eating and such, and you get build up in there, and it's not pleasant. Tonsil stones are gross.
You made me very glad 8 hours ago.
I'm sorry. All right.
And
Well,
we're going to drink more alcohol.
Move on from the talk of gross things like tonsil stones and maybe do another sprint.
And here I was going to go get some chips and dip. Thanks, Meadow.
You're welcome. Okay.
I
All
feel
right.
fat. I've eaten twice today.
Just think about something else for a little bit, and then you can go eat something.
Okay.
All right, let's do this thing. 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, there's our third sprint finish. How did everybody do? Okay, Lizzie said just hit 55K in work in progress and 40K for Nano. Woo!
I'm almost done with this video.
And I think Lizzie's going to sleep now. So if you are going to bed, have wonderful sleep and wonderful dreams.
I frosted a cake.
I started watching Grey's Anatomy.
I frosted a cake and got 222.
Nice. What
Just a
cake
box
you making
chocolate
this
cake.
time?
In a fancy bunch pan.
Nice.
There's your fancy bundt pan.
I collect bunch pans, specifically from this one company, Nordic Ware, and because they're really like heavy duty cast aluminum, and they have like the fanciest designs.
Nice.
Just got one in the mail the other day
Gotcha.
from one of my friends who found one that's shaped like a castle.
What stinks is like living in a camper, you have to think about the weight of everything you bring in. And so like there are things like this bookshelf that I know will not move with us, even though I love it to death, because it's just too heavy. It's made out of solid wood, so not happening.
You also have to think about how much space everything takes up. Because there may be stuff that you want, but you just can't fit it inside your trailer.
Yeah, and all the shed stuff has to come into the camper or with the stuff before. So
Amelie is also calling it a night. Thanks for the sprints. Oh, you're welcome. Have wonderful dreams and wonderful dreams. Amelie got 438. Awesome job. Turtle got awesome job. Ashley got 313. Awesome job. And Jeannie joined us. Hello, Jeannie. I think we're only going to do one more sprint tonight, and then we're going to wrap up. So sorry about that, but there are other people streaming that I can send you to when we're finished.
Yep.
So, oh, it just got home. Nice.
Where you been? It's late. And there are replays.
That is true. You can always go back and rewatch it. I think part of the fun of live streams is like the interactive aspect. So I don't usually watch replays unless I know something happened that I want to go see. Like there was some sort of discussion that I want to go listen to or something like that. But other than that, I just don't usually. Oh, Jeannie was grocery shopping. Nice. It is so difficult to use paint by numbers. So as you can see, the edges are so like
That's crazy.
fine. It's taking me so long just to do this side right here. It's taking me so long.
Why did you buy something so hard?
I didn't realize it was going to be this difficult. This is what it's supposed to look like.
Oh, cute.
Oh yeah, that doesn't look hard at all.
It's going to be a cute little house with a garden and stuff, okay? I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying that does not look hard at all compared to what you're showing us. Like,
I know. Okay, here's the cheat sheet. It's a little bit smaller, but here's the cheat sheet. Because sometimes you accidentally like will paint over lines, so then this will tell you like oh, there's a spot right here that you need to paint green or whatever. But like, my God, look at how small. You can't even see them. They're so small. This is hours of work just to do the little bit that's done. Oh, Devin has rewatched me riding a horse and chasing a goat. Obviously, the best part of live streams are the conversations about tonsillitis.
Oh, we never said we had the winning conversations. We just have the conversations.
Well, like I've had conversations on my live streams before talking about like LGBT stuff that's kind of important, or the day that there was that blacked out, and I streamed with Cash that day, and we talked a little, like Cash talked a little bit about what the blacked out was for and all that kind of stuff. And those are ones that I would go back and rewatch because like those are important conversations. But when it's just normal nonsense,
I didn't say we never have great conversations. Jesus, you went from one extreme to the other. God.
Earlier, I figured out a different rule to my Don't Starve Writing challenge instead of like deleting the words that I wrote, because that made everybody like cringe in the no please kind of way. So now I think what I'm going to do instead is we call it like Don't Starve till you hit 10K. And if you get the permadeath situation in the Don't Starve game, you just have to reset your word count back to 0.
So you don't have to delete words, you just have to restart.
You just start counting over. Yeah.
Just say, I'm sorry, I'm still with, I'm not going to delete nothing.
Okay, that seems more reasonable, and now that seems like something I would actually be willing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I still go, you can't make me.
And Devin, I was about to bring that one up too. Another one of mine that's worth rewatching is when my 2-year-old shouted profanities.
That was a hilarious one. I do rewatch that one.
Yeah,
it was really pleasing.
And
Nothing
if you go back,
swearing.
If you go back to that live stream, I actually linked in the comments the exact time that she shouts the profanities, so you don't have to like go back every time. You can just click on that, and it'll.
I just think it's funny on that one, like your facial expression, and it's not just the one with her swearing. It's another one where like we went back and watched facial expressions live. And I forget the name of that one, so I go back and watch that one all the time just to get a laugh.
Yeah, so there are definitely some that are worth rewatching, like chasing goats and riding a horse and almost getting bucked off, or Noelle shouting profanities. Oh man.
I tend to make videos of those. Those don't ever happen when I'm live streaming.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through all of my old live streams and find like the best clips and make a compilation.
You know what? I could live stream with you on Monday from my phone for a little while. I couldn't do it for the whole stream because my phone would die. But and like let everybody see Kira riding a horse.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Our horse. That's one
that'd be cool
to do.
Let's see. Did a bunch of stocking stuff for shopping today. I think I'm almost done with shopping for this holiday season. I haven't done any holiday shopping, but I do think I'm going to start putting celebrations soon.
I want to be at that point. I was last year, and it was very exciting. And this year, I'm just like, I don't even know if I'm going to live in this house for the holidays.
Do you think you're moving soon?
I have no idea. Like next week. Yeah, like a week from Monday, we get to call and find out when we can go look at the place, because he's been making some like alterations. So I don't know. I don't know what the timeline is. I don't know what the schedule of anything is.
You sound like me. I'm like, I'm not making any decisions for December because I don't know if I'm going to have this job or that job, or just going to say screw
Yeah.
all.
See, the only thing that's uncertain for me and Jordan at the moment is he's still waiting to hear back about that possible new job that he interviewed for. He did call them last week, and they said that they were still going through resumes and hadn't made their decision yet. So it is a government job with like really good benefits. So I'm sure that they got like a ton of applicants.
Mm.
So he's still waiting to hear back from that. That's the only uncertain thing. But if he doesn't get that job, then he's just going to stay at his current job because finding stuff that, because he has to make at least what he already makes now, preferably more. And a lot of the jobs that he like is qualified for that are available right now are not
As much.
wouldn't pay him as much as it makes now, because I would have to go get a job if he made less than what he makes now.
And then you'd have to pay for childcare.
Which means
Yeah.
you'd be working for free. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I have to make at least what I'm making, but then when they cut off my overtime, I realized how much I depended on that overtime at this job now. But the problem is they were going to hire end of November, beginning of December, all the way up until January, because their entire shifts and schedules and everything changes at the beginning of January. They're changing their entire shifting schedule. So, like, I have from now till January to possibly get this job. I can't just be like, oh, well, the date's cut off. I don't have it. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to build up Rose City editing like crazy, because if I can get, a more steady stream of clients coming in through there, then I wouldn't have to go get another job if Jordan had to find a different one, because I'd be able to, get paid by that. But I currently have just a contract with Amber at the moment, and she's not paying me, so nothing bad against Amber. That's the deal I made with her. Is that,
just not monetarily.
yeah, no, the deal I made with Amber is I would do this book for free so that I could get it in my portfolio so that I can be listed on Reedsy and other various sites, because I have to have a certain number of published works like in my portfolio for people to like go and be like, okay, cool, they worked on all these. And I've worked on other books that aren't published yet, so I can't list them.
And doing book 2 was their testimonial, so I'm paying you, just not monetarily yet.
Just not yet.
I gotta get one version of book 3 edited before I can start paying you.
And the other person that was going to schedule with me was going to start next month, had to reschedule indefinitely. So,
bummer.
Yeah, because her, I actually just checked in with her last week and was like, hey, just wondering like when you'll want to reschedule and whatnot, and letting her know when my like availabilities in the schedule was and whatnot. And she was like, oh yeah, I still want to hire you, but my husband's health really declined, and so I can't finish my book right now. I'm like, understandable, just let me know, I'll be over here.
Meanwhile, I was gonna start in January and my Audible went down, and I'm still working on getting book 2 out. So now my Nano's crushed. So life sucks. 2020 can go F itself, dude.
If you want to hire me for editing, I would love to work with you. I've enlisted my website down below, so please.
Meadow will give you all the fixes, and Jace will give you the fixes plus all the ideas for later.
Mm-hmm. Jace is amazing with the developmental aspect of the editing, like gives you incredible ideas, especially if you have series. I'm more copy and proofreading myself.
Jace is down the rabbit hole, Jace.
Mm-hmm. He will give you lots of little plot bunnies.
That's why
he gave me 2 whole series extra than what I already have, just because he had he read my book. He's the only other person other than myself that's read it. And then one day he randomly messaged me and he's like, "Hey, so I was thinking about your book in the shower today and I have some ideas I want to tell you." I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right." So we got on a video chat and he starts telling me all these ideas that he had just thinking about my book in the shower, and good ideas, like really good ideas. But now I have like 2 other series I have to write.
Yeah, he gave me.
Jeannie, I work primarily on fantasy. Paranormal romance is what I've been working on right now because of Amber. So far, I've done fantasy, paranormal romance, and contemporary romance. I don't do developmental editing, but I do copy and proofreading, and Jace does all of the things. So I'll have to ask him specifically what he would want for developmental, but I do know that he specializes the most in urban fantasy, and paranormal romance. So
Yeah. No, he gave me like a whole idea for a side character becoming a main character for like um my mail magnet, my reader magnet. And so like I'm slowly outlining that as I write book
I
4.
love it. I definitely would love to work with you, Turtle. So I appreciate you bookmarking. All right, are you 2 ladies still down for another sprint? Because it is almost to the 2-hour mark. So
I don't plan on going to bed.
okay, so
So,
let's do our first sprint then, and then we can do outros and wrap up. All right, let's do this thing. 3, 2, 1, go!
right for your life. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a.
Right, here we go. That's our fourth and final sprint. How did everybody do? I just mixed together some green and white, and this paint dries really fast, so I have to keep painting.
I thought when you said it was
got-
like paint by numbers, it was like marker paint. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's actual paint, and it dries really freaking fast. Like annoyingly fast.
Sorry, Spence, what'd you get?
I got 348 for that sprint and 728 since I've been here.
Nice.
I'm almost to the midpoint in my outline, and I'm getting anxious about it. Yes.
Is the midpoint staying the same?
I can just hear the angst.
I'm so angsty.
Feel the Hemingway just shining through your voice. Oh.
Mhm.
The angst.
I'm tempted to
The pain.
I'm tempted to make what the midpoint was into like the all is lost moment, but it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Well,
like, this is
what is-
technically the lowest she feels,
Right.
but there is still so much that can be taken away from her after this.
well, to be
Right.
fair, that's what the midpoint is. It's when the character thinks that all is lost, but yet they just don't know. They just don't know yet.
Oh, honey, you don't know. It's going to get worse.
It's like when people go, "Oh, well, at least it can't get any worse." I'm like, "Shut up! There's always a basement."
There's always a basement.
I lived in Tornado Alley areas. There's always a basement. Shush. Or a cellar, or a hole in the ground somewhere. It can get worse. Be quiet.
There is a hole in the ground with a lid somewhere. The lid is important.
Yeah. The part where it makes it where you can't see daylight. Yeah. Oh, Lord. I think I'm going to let today's work be enough, and during my stream in the morning, I'm going to actually try to write. That way I've done a little bit of everything this weekend.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Because I edited videos, I did some research, I had the narrator email me back, so now I gotta tell him how to get through ACX so we can get out of contract, because I really, really want this other guy that emailed me this morning. So I worked on that.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad that you made some progress today. Oh, Key Clavis showed up. Hello, Key Clavis.
Hi.
Okay. Turtles,
Yeah.
or NaNoWriMo is an urban fantasy. Nice. I have not worked with specifically Dark Fantasy Genie, but I do read it. So I have like experience as a reader with it. But for me, with copy editing and proofreading, I can pretty much do that with any genre. Because I'm focusing on grammar and not actual story aspects. So copy editing and proofreading, good to go with Dark Fantasy. I don't do developmental, so I would have to talk to Jace and ask him if he works with Dark Fantasy. I'm pretty sure he does, but I will ask him for you.
It would be nice if y'all could put on your website what fantasies you work with and don't work with.
Yeah, so when we first were thinking about what genres we would work with, it was like, we were thinking like any genre, any fiction genre, but the more we've worked, the more we're kind of figuring out what genres we don't think we would be able to vibe with. Like, James does not want to do contemporary romance. because he doesn't have any experience with the genre at all.
He doesn't want to
And he
touch
doesn't-
my historical romance because he's afraid he would screw up the fact checks. That's the only two I know.
Fact checking in historical romances is already so friggin' the bar is so low.
Yeah, but we have such a high bar for ourselves.
Like traditionally, like big five published romances set in 1812 where the characters are doing waltzes. It's not.
Like, shut up! You don't do waltzes.
Well,
don't.
and I think that's the thing, because like me and Meadow talk about all the time how country and cowboy romances are so not real on how things go. So I think we've kind of pushed that off on him as to like, if I get this wrong, people are gonna come after me. Because we come after the country people so bad. And the native
Right.
people and stuff, like, no, like you're no.
If you want like a beta reader for your historical romance, that's like, I really like those.
Yeah, that's probably a couple years down the line. I want to have 5 books of this series out before, because that'll give me like 3 books of that series to have out. But I will definitely keep you in mind. It's not like we're going anywhere.
The only genres I have ever written in is urban fantasy, and now I'm working on my first contemporary romance. So, yeah. But
I've got the outline for a paranormal cowboy, for like a Western paranormal. That one's gonna be interesting because that's like historical and paranormal at once.
Sounds like so much fun.
It just the outline. Like, I'm trying to outline this one, not just like pants it, because I don't want to accidentally mix the 2 books, series. But yeah, I'm super interested in this one. I'm like waiting. I need to get book 4 written and book 5 written so I can start this one, because I really want to start this one.
There, I just wrote a like vintage vampire romance that I'm really excited to work on again in January. And next month I'm writing my Hallmark Christmas vampire romance,
which I'm super interested with.
Yeah, which I'm going to be working on really hard next year, because I do want to get that out like for Black Friday next year, which will like be a debut book for me.
That's totally doable, though.
Yeah, right. I will definitely help critique that if you want before you send it to those guys.
Yes.
And I'd love to edit for you.
Because I don't think it's going to need that much developmental stuff. I know right now it needs some, but I sent it off to Charlie Dorset. She is doing hopefully some like read-throughs of it and giving me some thoughts. And then hopefully my next draft will like actually double how long it is, so it's more actual book length instead of really long short story.
Makes sense.
Developmental stuff can definitely be done through critique partners and beta readers. You don't have to necessarily hire a developmental editor if you cannot afford it.
And for this one, because I am just reveling in the formula, because that is the part of romance that I love, is I love how each beat works.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to need that much, except just, hey, your like fun and game section was 2 scenes. You need more than that.
Yeah.
Right. Especially depending on how long you want it to be. Because if you want it to be short, then that would like change how the developmental editor is going to go about their editing.
Well, and even then, like Jace came up and he did all my developmental, but then even afterwards, when Meadow was doing the proofreading, she's like, I know we've already gone through this, but I think this should be changed here, and that would make this one so much more impactful. And I'm like, you're right, it would. So instead of having one blow-up kiss here, like, let's have a blow-up kiss here.
Yay, I helped.
You did. I seriously like it.
I would like to see something else I write get published next year too. Like, I would like to do at least 1 year for the Haley Spence books and the Marie Reynolds. Because I'm going to publish all my romances underneath a pseudonym. Because I think if you went from like my Hallmark Vampire Christmas romance to what I'm working at for my Nano, you'd be very angry.
Yeah.
You would be
very different.
I don't know if you'd be angry so much as confused.
I mean, from my perspective, if I picked up like a Stephanie Lawrence historical romance and then just like the next one I picked up off of hers and it was something as different as this, I'd be mad. I'd feel lied to.
Yeah, they are definitely very different.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, at least it's not like Anne Rice and her pseudonym. Like, it's not that completely different. It's just a different.
I don't know about Anne Rice's pseudonym.
Okay, well.
I need to know about this now. Tell me.
Anne Rice also writes erotica under a different name.
Ah. No, it might be different.
Yeah. So, I'm just saying, at least you're not picking up one and going, oh shit! Not quite
my God.
Just saying.
These spots are so small. My paintbrush is too big.
Yeah, I plan on making it very clear that I'm doing the pseudonym.
Yeah.
But
I think I'm going to do a pseudonym for my romance as well.
Because, like, romance is such a, like, die-hard genre where, like, you go into it with your expectations, and if your expectations are not met, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so having just, like, that dedicated thing of, like, if you pick up something and it has this name, it will meet these expectations, guaranteed.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what I've come to the conclusion of is, like, I want to do different genres and different time periods. But for anything that's paranormal, I'm going to do it under my name. But if it has no paranormal at all, I'm going to do it under another name because I don't want the two to be like, well, maybe it has it. Maybe she just didn't mention it and be disappointed at any point.
Mm.
Because, like you said, there's the romance and then there's the paranormal romance. Like, they do somewhat intermingle, but there are those that won't. And I don't want to lose a fan base because of that.
Yeah.
I am going to do all of my urban fantasy and my whole Gatekeepers world because there's going to be multiple series in this world. That's going to be all my actual name. And then I think all my romance and stuff will be under a pseudonym. I just haven't decided what my pseudonym is yet.
Actually, to answer your question, there are a few different, like, critique things online. I never had, like, an in-person critique partner until I moved here. And I guess technically she's still not an in-person because we haven't been able to meet in person, have we, Meadow? Because shit keeps happening.
Every time we've had the opportunity, it gets snatched away.
Yeah. But I just found out that Key, we're gonna meet up and then maybe we could be critique partners, or like, you never know who's near you and you don't know it. And then I forgot what I don't remember if it was a live stream or where it was, where we talked about different critique websites, and I put some in the chat. Don't remember where that was.
I can't remember. I think it might have been on Cash's stream.
Possibly. I remember talking about it, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember it was on the live stream because I was on it too.
This is what sucks about having a memory problem.
Yeah.
I
I'm going to answer these comments. Ashley got 345, awesome. Cheryl got 540, awesome. Crap, I did nothing that stream. That's okay. Mijal, is that how you say your name? Got 189, but jumped in pretty late. Well, that's okay.
That's still really good.
Key Clevis got 448. Hi, waves frantically.
Turtle
Would I
said,
be open to poetry? I would be open to poetry, but I do not have any experience editing poetry, so I would probably recommend going to somebody else for that.
Yeah, you have different rules.
Because there's different grammar rules involved with poetry that I have no experience with it. So as much as I would love to have you as a client, I know nothing about poetry. I'd be open to like reading it though, like for sure. Editing though, yeah, I don't have the experience with it at all. I could do some research and see if I could find somebody I could recommend for you though.
I write it, I don't edit it.
Yeah.
I don't critique it.
Poetry has different grammar rules than like regular fiction. So yeah. Yeah, how do you go about finding critique partners? Yeah, it's difficult. There are Noelle, relax. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see what she's doing.
Sounds like she has. Sorry, go ahead.
How I ended up being critique partners with Charlie for like the vampire stuff was we were both in a stream and she was talking about wanting to write this like 1700s gothic vampire dance, and I'm like, do it, Charlie, do it and be my critique partner, do it, and then just like found her on Discord, and now it's like, let me read your stuff. Like, I don't do extroverted stuff very often, but when I do, it tends to go really well. Like, that's how my husband and I got together, is I decided, hey, you, come hang out with me for 5 minutes. And then 3 hours later, he's walking home through the snow because I made him miss his ride.
Oh, dang. My child stripped naked.
Well, and we are looking into the auth therapy where we're going to be doing critiques, but with everything going on, that's kind of went to the back burner as well. So
yeah, I think auth therapy is going to end up just being the Discord and not like the live streams part.
Yeah, because we really can't all like get together with our time restrictions.
Mm-hmm. I'm having a hard time looking, but always appreciate feedback. Yeah. It's harder to find editors for poetry, I think, just because it is so specific with the type of like editing needed. It's hard to find people who specialize in editing poetry. So I would definitely check out some editors on either Readsy or the EFA website. And see what you find on there, because there are a lot of different types of editors on both places. And you can actually go through their database of editors that they have and search specifically by the genres that they work with. So that's an option too. Oh, and Vixen's popped in. Hello. All right. I think it's time for us to wrap up. So I'm going to start grabbing links for other live streams that I can send people to if you two ladies want to start doing outros.
Real quick to the question, I know Upwork is the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. They're definitely better than Fiverr. I would try maybe some of them. I know when I was looking at getting my book 1 edited, after I got the developmental, I looked on Upwork and they had a lot of poetry stuff that just popped into my head. So try that maybe.
I used to write through Upwork.
I haven't heard good things about Upwork.
Like being a freelancer through Upwork is surprisingly predatory. Like I stopped working through them after a certain point because it was just too much.
So have you tried to work with Fiverr? Are they any better?
Fiverr, I think, is a little bit better. I think that I have not had any success in finding jobs through Fiverr, but I've also did not put in the effort I put in through Upwork.
The downside I've heard about Fiverr is that they don't like it when you go work for other places. They like to have you stay with only Fiverr. I think there's like penalties or something like that. I that's what I heard. There's consequences if you try to like go on Fiverr as well as be listed in other places.
I didn't run into that issue. I just know Fiverr really, really, really devalues like the work in general. Like I put my thing out for Fiverr and I got a couple of people being like really nasty with me for charging what I was charging. And whereas like the problems I had with Upwork were more with like their system, how I was getting ads talking about like the ads I was getting on like YouTube and stuff for Upwork were very much targeted towards people who would go there to hire freelancers, and it made me feel very dispensable as a freelancer there. They take a chunk out of what you make, and there were issues where if a client emailed you outside of the Upwork system, you might get in trouble for like screwing them out of their 20% of what you were making.
For what, like breach of contract?
Basically, like if you met your client through Upwork, you were expected to do everything through them to make sure the disputes were highly stacked. The dispute system was highly stacked against the freelancers. And the final straw for me, when I was like, okay, I am done doing this. That basically puts an end to my freelancing career. For then, I'm back up at it now. But they started charging you not just the fee, like their percentage at the end, but they started charging you for applying for jobs. And it's like, nope, screw you guys, I'm going home. I'm not participating in this anymore.
That's annoying.
It was. Like,
I'm trying to get listed on ReadZeeb, and that's been a nightmare.
The system before was like every month you would get 60 connections, and you would use those to apply for jobs. And if you wanted more than that, you had to pay. Most jobs were like 2, so you basically could apply for a job a day, right, which is pretty reasonable. Then it went to, they gave you 120 as a lump to start, and when you ran out of those, you had to start paying. Like, I'm not going to say what number it was because I don't remember, but you had to start paying a small amount, like pennies, for each connection to apply for a job. But then the amount of connections that each job required went up, because most were 2. Now there's like 3 and 4 and 5, and it's like, nah, I'm out.
That's lame.
1 and going home.
That's annoying. I'm sorry. What did you do freelance, by the way?
I do copywriting, content writing, blog writing, mild SEO stuff. I still do it. Like I've got some more I've started getting clients again outside of Upwork, which has been really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to this conference, this freelancers conference, a few weeks ago. It was like a virtual one, and they talked about like just, it was a how to be a better freelancer conference, and it was really interesting stuff. But they'd be like, we're talking about all this different freelancing, and it's like I forget that there's more freelancing than like editing.
Yeah, I like writing and getting paid for it. It makes me feel very good. It was very vindicating.
Well, that's good.
See, I've tried to do like freelance editorial stuff before. Not editorial like editing, but like just for different magazines and stuff. And they always like you submit it and then they choose who they go through and all this. And it's I ain't got time to write a story if you ain't gonna choose me. Holy crap, the hair. It's like Christmas in here. You need to be shedding, sir. Is that why you came meowing at me? Mommy, I'm tired.
Yeah, I want to get into writing more personal essays and finding places to like post and share those that will result in paying me.
Yeah.
But that takes like effort that I am unfamiliar with.
Any type of effort is too much effort for me.
See, I don't mind effort. I just don't like not knowing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I can see that. I feel the same. That's why I don't do things I'm not good at.
But if you don't do it, you'll never get good at it.
Exactly. It's a vicious cycle.
That's why I read so many craft books.
I definitely recommend Readsy. EFA is good, but you do have to pay for it. You have to pay a membership fee. So, like, they have good connections on there, and like, the people who are listed on there are usually like worth the money. But you do have to pay a membership fee to list like a job listing and stuff. So, and it's kind of expensive in my opinion. Like it's like $250 for 1 year membership or something like that.
Why are you slobbering, sir?
At least for to be a member for an as an editor. I don't know how much it is to be a member as a client. So yeah, but I definitely recommend Readsy because I'm pretty sure they're free. I am trying to get listed on there, and it's just not fun because I have to have 5 published works in my portfolio, and I have more than 5 works in my portfolio, but only 3 of them right now are published. So, yeah.
The frustration.
The frustration is like, why can't I just list these? I've got like 7 or 8. All right, so outros are in order. Haley, would you like to say some words about yourself?
Sure. Hi, I'm Haley Spence, known mostly on YouTube as Spence. I have a Twitter where I talk shit called at a basic absurdity. I also have a Instagram of that name where has quickly devolved into 50% selfies and 50% pictures of bread. You get to decide which is which. And I also have a art Instagram, which is at uncanny.artistry, where you get to see all of the art that I make. I also have an Etsy shop.
Yeah, I was trying to put him down, and he's just like, nope. He's like clawing onto my shirt. Nope.
You will love me now.
I can't say it here. Sorry, it's best. I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's for a cat. I will never mind cat nonsense.
Usually he's like, okay, fine, I'll get down. Now he's just like, nope, I'm stuck. Nope.
You're not getting rid of me.
This is my daughter's cat. This is the older cat. And it's so funny because we've had him since a kitten. So it's so funny. Every time you think you know his attitude, he gets a little older and he just totally changes.
Yeah, I also have a Etsy shop. Also, it's also uncanny.artistry. Right now I have some really cool stickers up on there that I would like to help people get in their Christmas stockings.
I will definitely have to go check it out. I like stickers.
They
Maybe I
are
can get them in my bullet journal.
They are cactus monsters, and they are adorable. In like 10 seconds, I will go get them.
Okay,
I want to learn how to make stuff like that, but I don't have the room.
Amber, while she's grabbing her stickers, why don't you do your outro?
Oh, she's back.
Oh, back. Okay, never mind.
This is my zombie.
Oh.
Oh, it's cute.
And I have.
Are these all the ones you've drawn?
Yep, these are all watercolor things I painted and had turned into stickers. Got them on me.
So, like, when are you going to give a masterclass on how to make stickers? Because you're doing the thing I want to learn how to do.
And when I have my own sticker cutter, like I ordered these through Sticker Mule, which I really liked. The whole experience again going through them was pretty chill, and this one's my favorite. It is.
Oh, cute.
It is a little witch. She's also a cactus.
Because I want to do stickers and enamel pens and things like that, and like I am not very good at the drawing design part of it, so that kind of negates the rest of it till I get better at my drawing.
When I eventually publish my series or start publishing it, I'm gonna hire somebody to do like a customized logo or something like that for my series, like an emblem or something, and then make a bunch of merch with it.
I can do that kind of thing.
Okay, I was just say that's what I'm working on right now, but okay, we'll talk.
All right. I think you're on my Facebook even, so you can just like pester me literally whenever.
Yeah, because since I've got my merch store for Threadless, I want to come up with a couple designs for my series and throw that on there. So
if I can't do it, I can refer you to like one of my friends is a graphic designer, but she is very busy with her life right now. But you might just be like, hey, help me.
Yeah. Every income tax, I pick one thing that's going to cost a slightly amount of more money than I could figure out, with my paychecks. And so that's this year's plan.
Yeah.
All right. So you've seen those pretty little stickers. You need to go get them and get them in your stocking, because I will be going straight after this and ordering me some. They are the cutest little things. I will be streaming tomorrow. I stream every Sunday at noon Eastern, whatever time that equals for you. So, and then I'll be back on here later that night with Meadow. I have my novel Unknown Love available on Amazon in paperback and ebook form. And if you buy edition 1, then you get either edition 2 with the new cover that will be on it, or book 2, Unknown Family, when that comes out. That is book 1. I love that cover, but we're going to do a recover and a re-edit and get it out pretty for you just in time for book 2 to come out. And the Audible I'm working on getting out now as well. since that's not going to happen January 9th now. Because things I didn't know. I also have a Patreon that will be starting in January, and my Threadless store on my channel and all my links. And I am the host of the Afterthought podcast. And the November's episode is up today. So you can go find it on my channel on YouTube, and then it will show you all the links so you can subscribe and listen to it wherever your podcast listening is. And that's all I've got.
All right, I guess that leaves me. Hello, everybody. My name is Meadow Lamero. I am streaming every single day of November at 10 p.m. Eastern, except for Thursdays, which is at midnight Eastern, as well as a second stream on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. That's my usual time that I'm keeping up as well. On Wednesdays, I have the Sims 4 3-play collaboration that I do with Cat Leo and Jace Maxwell, where we're doing a combination 100 baby Black Widow challenge. Lots of babies and lots of murderer baby parents. So, yay, you can check out that, especially if you like Sims and murdering Sims. The last episode, which is on my channel, we killed 3 Sims by freezing them to death. So, yeah, there's also a playlist with all the previous episodes, 1 through 5, on my homepage of my channel. And December 20th is AutoTube Karaoke Christmas Edition, hosted by me and Jace right here on my channel at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm also a freelance editor, so if you're interested in hiring me, which we've already discussed a lot, you can go to my website, rosecityediting.com, where we have our prices listed, as well as a detailed step-by-step guide of how we go about our editing process for all 4 types of editing that we offer, which is developmental, line, copy, and proofreading. We have openings in our schedule right now if you want them. I also decided to put together a write-a-thon relay for the last day of Nano. All of the spots have been filled now, so on Monday I will create the playlist for all of the streams, and that'll be ready to go on Monday, hopefully. I'm going to email everybody tomorrow morning and have them schedule their streams for it and everything. That'll go from midnight Eastern on the 30th through midnight Hawaiian on the 1st. So it'll cover the whole last day for all of the United States. So yeah, that'll be 2-hour streams with 30-minute break in between. And you can look forward to that. I think that's it for me. I have a lot of things happening. Oh, in January, I'll be starting Arabic lessons on my channel. So if you're interested in learning Arabic, you can look forward to those videos. There'll be free printables and everything. All right, cool. That is everything now. So thanks everybody that was here, and I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow.